We're live.
We are live.
And we're almost on time.
Almost.
Which is quite good for us,
Yeah.
really, this sort of time. I think. So, how is everybody? Hello to the live. We just stopped. Oh, no, we're back. Yeah, so how is everybody? We are here alive, and it's Friday. But it doesn't feel like Friday for me because I've had the week off. Yes,
You have.
I have been off all
Yes.
week, and it's been quite nice. While Kelly's messing around with
I'm just trying to get sort of like my ears in because I felt like my ears were being cut off.
Well, it is cut off. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
And this one's a little bit wobbly. I think we're sitting in the drawer a little bit.
Dear, there
you
we
know
are.
what I mean?
There we are. So Kelly's got her Up ears. I've still not seen it Up yet, actually. I've still not seen the film Up, so I do need to see that. But she has her Up ears, which I do
Yes.
think I did buy you.
Yes, you did. Yeah, you bought me these ones.
Mm.
I do love these ears actually. I feel like they're bright and they're quite nice and they're uplifting.
And vibrant. Yes,
Yeah,
they are nice. Absolutely. So how has everybody been? Happy Friday to everybody. And we're ready for the weekend. Has anybody got any plans for the weekend? What they're going to be doing? So on what have I been doing on my day off?
Yes.
Hello, James. How are you?
Hi. I hope you're well.
Thank you for joining us. How are things? You good? All well?
I hope so.
I was going to say, yeah. So we were just discussing what we've been doing. So I've been off this week, like I said. So we've been into our local town a couple of times. We went to a really nice pub, actually, didn't we? For a little pub lunch.
Yeah. So basically, my nephew turned 18. And we took him out for a little lunch. He's going to go out to a big lunch with all the family, but I wanted to do a bit more of an intimate thing because when you do a big thing with the whole family, you can't talk like you would want to, intimately kind of thing. And so he's my godson as well. So it was just nice to sit down, have a chat. He's such a lovely young man. Both my nephews are, but what I mean to say is both my godsons. Yeah, they're just lovely boys.
So James is going out for a drink.
Oh.
Friday is Friday. You can let your hair down. You can have something to relax. Are you going out for beers? Are you going out to the pub? Or are you at home having a few well-earned beers?
Are you a cocktails man or are you a beer man or are you spirits?
I only assume beer because he's got the emoji of the two glasses clinking.
Yeah. But I would say, beer is quite a popular choice.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? But I'm more a cocktail. Well, I say cocktails. I'm not all cocktails. Like with my bestie Eve, she likes really strong, like Tom Collins, Long Island iced tea, all of that type of stuff.
Long Island iced tea.
They're so strong. But I'm more of your pina colada, daiquiri type girl, or like a Malibu and something where you can't really taste the liquor. I feel like you can drink more when you just don't taste the liquor, if that makes sense.
So he's going for a bottle of vodka in the park. Okay.
Ooh,
okay, fair enough.
Is it a group of you? Like you're just going like drinking in the park and stuff like that? We went for sort of like it was cinema in the park. And the first cinema in the park that we went to, I just bought like little nibbles and stuff like that. The people there with their Prosecco's and their this and their that. So when we went the next time, we made it more, didn't we? We got like our little salmon and our little, our little bottle of whatever and all of that. And it was quite nice. So yeah, I mean, but it is starting to get lighter as well. And I can't wait till that summertime when you go to the park and you go and, there's a group of you and all that. I can't wait for all of that.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, he's on his own. So he's doing it on his lonesome. Fair enough.
Fair enough. Drinking in the park on your own, that's fair enough.
No, we'll leave you to it. He asked if we want to come. We'll let you enjoy. Well, we were able to do the live, actually. Funny enough, though, we were thinking about how we would do a live outside.
Yeah, because we'd have to do it from our phone. If we were to do a live,
yeah, we would, and that's something we did. So we have watched some other people that have actually done lives from Las Vegas, haven't we?
Oh yeah.
Now that's something we would love to do, but we would love to do lives from London, central London. So it's something we are going to look at, and we would love to try and do. It's just trying to figure out how to do it. Now we could use it from a phone potentially. But the difficulty is trying to get the sound quality as well. It's not so good.
It's not so much that because there is equipment that you could buy. It's whether you have a good internet connection.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the thing. So you need a mobile internet, and you would need a good mobile internet for overseas. So that's the tricky part. Trying to get a good mobile connection. So yeah, your mobile internet. That's the tricky thing. And obviously the gig.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly. So
yeah,
depending on your gigage and your stuff, it's really depending on that what you want to do. So
yeah,
hang on. So I think it's a bit slow.
yeah.
Uh, yeah, there we are.
So yeah, so I just want to yeah.
Um, but anyway, sorry, I got distracted then just with the drinking. So what we're going to do, we'll just talk about a bit. So yeah, we went, like I said, for a pub lunch on, when was it now? Yesterday, which was really nice in our local towns. We haven't done that for a long, long time. Where I spent it on
Yeah,
my time off. What did you
yeah.
think?
I liked that you were, I felt, even though do you know what I mean, I'm not working, I feel like when you're off, I'm off.
Mm,
I feel like when you're working, I can't, I'm like, do you know what I mean? It's like a working week. So I'm doing other things. But
mm,
when you're off, then it feels like I'm off and then we can go and do things together,
mm,
if that makes
mm.
sense. So, and that's quite nice. So it's nice to just jump in the car or jump on a bus or jump on a train and plan something and say, oh, this is what we're going to do, or that's what we've got to do, or, you know, let me book this or let me book that.
Mm.
So it's been quite nice to sort of like hang out more than just on a weekend, because even on a weekend you're working,
Yeah, I
kind
know.
of
So
thing.
I do quite a bit. So yeah, it is nice to do something a little bit different.
Yeah,
And I did enjoy it actually. I've got to say,
yeah,
it's
it
nice
was
and relaxing.
nice. Yeah.
So what have you guys been up to this week? Anything exciting?
Mm.
We're going to talk. We've got a few things to show you, which
Oh,
I'm sure Kelly will do in a second. But
yeah.
yeah. So what have you guys been up to? What's been happening? Anything enjoyable? Anything that's been happening recently?
We haven't so we are, so I'm editing some videos. I haven't done any editing for the last few days. Well, because you've been off for the last few days,
Mm,
so it's just been nice to hang out. But I'm gonna try and do some editing this weekend. We did do a bit of filming while you were off anyway, so we've got some things coming up. So that'd be quite, hopefully quite good, quite,
mm,
and hopefully interesting to you guys, we hope.
mm,
But yeah, I think so. I don't know what our next thing that I'm going to plan for us yet.
mm.
So there are a couple of things that I would like to plan, but I'm just not sure what things I want us to do just yet. So I'm just gonna just need to do a little bit of research, because that's what we do. So something might pop in my mind and I might think, oh, do you know what? This would actually make quite a good video, or that might be quite interesting to see, or whatever. And what was nice when I was when we were sort of chatting with my nephew, because he's now sort of like, you know, he's a young man, he's getting together with his friends, he's going here, there, and everywhere. So he's telling me little stories and that. And I'm saying, oh, have you been here, there? Did you see this? Did you see that? And that's been quite nice to sort of
Mm.
say to him, do you know what? You can go here, there, and everywhere. And he's very big on checking out new things and doing new things, anything that's sort of kind of like exciting for, you know, for a young person, really. So I think that's quite nice.
Yeah, I was going to say, and we also have done. I've just remembered actually, it completely slipped my mind. We did do some filming, so we
Yes,
have
we
got a
did.
review coming up. Are we going to reveal, or do you want to be a secret?
No, I think we wait. Yeah. So we did do some filming at the weekend, but there are some other things that I want to film anyway, or want to chat about later on.
Mm.
But this one, it'd be nice for everyone just see. I mean, I've got a few videos in the pipeline that I need to edit anyway. And I've been doing it little bit by little bit. But since you've been off, I thought, do you know what? It'd be nice to sort of hang out or do things,
Mm.
or even just to sort of chill.
Yeah.
Do you know what I
Do you know
mean?
what? That's one of those things. Actually, I've got. I don't know if anybody feels the same as well. But when you, so see, I've noticed that since working from home, I do a lot more working from home, because you just don't. You forget the hours. I think there's always that thing I've always find that when you reach a certain time, you think, right, I must remember because I've got to catch my train, go home, da da da. But you don't have that working from home, so there's never that natural shut off.
Yeah.
So it is nice actually. It's been quite strange actually to wake up and I don't have to rush downstairs to quickly
Yeah.
start working, doing things like that. So that's been quite nice, I've got to say. That's
Yeah.
been really nice.
And I think we as well, because I think one morning I must have gone downstairs because we got a knock on the door because there was a delivery.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so we had a delivery, and I was like, "Oh my god!" Because you needed to
Well,
order something from the back fence, didn't you?
yeah, that's right. So I mean, basically, I always get up around about 6:30, 6, 7 o'clock, and then go downstairs. So basically, I'm there to answer the door all the time.
Yeah.
But this has been my week lying in, and I haven't done a lie-in for such a while.
Yeah.
Well, apart from weekends, obviously.
Yeah.
So it was really nice, actually, just to be able to get up when I want. Because the downside of that is, of course, if there's an early thing, Madam doesn't get downstairs. So
Madam did go downstairs, thank you.
Eventually.
Because somebody was still in bed.
Yeah, this is my will time off.
Well, no, I had just come out of the shower. That was the thing. So basically there was a knock at the door. Mark was still in bed, awake, by the way. And then there was a knock at the door, and I just got out the shower.
About 9:30.
Oh my god, let me just. This was not at 9:30. It was later than that.
Was it later? Probably.
Yeah.
On my time, that's one thing I really insist on. I don't know about you guys, but when I'm off, not everybody does this as well. Because quite a few of my friends actually, they get at the same time each day, regardless of if they're working or not. So on weekends they'll get up early. But that's one thing I insist on. A day off, I need it to feel like a day off. I do not want to get up at 7 a.m.
Yeah.
I do not want to do that. Or 6:30 a.m.
I get up the same time pretty much every day, but I will just lie in bed or just so
what a luxury.
Yeah. So if I'm not like up, right? So if I get up and I don't go and have a shower, then it will be much later when I do go to have a shower, because I'll get caught up doing other things or reading something. At the moment, I'm reading Harry Potter again. So I'm just reading The Philosopher's Stone. And it's been many years since I've read it. And I do watch the films, but the films don't compare to the book. And they leave so many things out. Because in the book there's a part where Draco challenges Harry to a duel at midnight. So and you don't get to see that in the first film and things like that. So there are things that are in the book that are obviously not in the film. So I'm rereading it thinking, oh god, yeah, I remember this. Oh my god, yeah. So yeah, and what's nice about it is to read it a lot later. It so that you are surprised. You're not going to be like fully surprised because the films are on all the time, and so it doesn't give your mind the chance to forget things. So that when you read the book, you think, oh my god, you'd be like, oh my god, that's so good, and remembering the reasons why you love it. You just have the thing of, oh yeah, I love Harry Potter. So
it's only taken us 12 minutes to get into Harry Potter, but we're going into Harry Potter. We are just going to talk about a little bit of things though in terms of what you purchased.
Okay.
So this is our little Harry Potter section of the live.
Right. So I came across these little things here, and they are like mini sets. And I saw them and I was just like, oh my god, I have to get them.
Sorry, let me.
So if you hold two, and then I'll hold two.
I can read what they are at the back here.
So there they are. So one of them is the divination ball, as you can see, the divination crystal ball. And then the other one is, I think this one's the Monster Book of Monsters, isn't it? Yeah, the Monster Book of Monsters. And then your one is the castle.
And it lights up. So
Yeah.
at Hogwarts School, Witchcraft and Wizardry, Harry Potter and friends learn to perfect their magic. This commemorative kit includes 4x3 molded replica of Hogwarts Castle with flickering light feature, 16-page sticker book with 8 full color images from the Harry Potter films. And the other one is the commemorative kit includes an 8-inch light up replica. Right, the price tag's over it, so I'm assuming it's
the Harry Potter wand.
Yeah, I was going to say this kit includes a stand for the wand plus a book of photographic stickers highlighting memorable moments along the boy wizard's journey. There we are.
So here we are. So yeah, I'm looking forward to. I don't know where I'm going to put them, but I'm going to make a little space, and then I'm going to have a little Harry Potter village.
Now, are you going to open them, or are you going to have them sealed? Now, just for if anybody is interested, I've noticed on your price tags, these are $9.99 each.
Not all of them.
Apart from this one, which is $7.99.
Yeah.
So that's the wand. So you can just about, there you go, got it in Waterstones. You can see there what it is. It literally will be a small wand. Now, it's quite small. The box, as you can see, just fits in my hand. So it will be a small wand. But it's one, there's the holder for it. And for the castles, you can just see, let it zoom, is will be the Hogwarts castle there, and it does light up. The art it's just merged in now, so as you can see that it does light up. You can just see all the lights. And now I don't know whether or not the light you can actually see the rooms light up. I'm assuming you can. They've just probably put little holes in there so the light can shine through it. But that is quite cool.
And then this one, it actually roams and chomps. So yeah, that's going to be quite a good one to think. So a little bit like in the film. And then the other one, there you go, is the divination ball, and that also lights up. So you can even see a picture of the book there on the side. So that's what the book looks like for the divination ball, and that's what the book looks like for the Monster Book of Monsters. But Mark's face is in the way. Let's see.
Oh, look at that, right in the face.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get it to. It doesn't want to.
It will do. It will do. If I put it a bit closer, it will get there. So yeah, we always find this with this camera. It's for some reason it always focuses in the background. It never focuses in the beginning.
Well, it focuses. It's there to pick up our faces. No. So if our faces are in view, it will not focus on.
I see.
So you have to get out of the way of the camera in order for it to focus on whatever it is that is in front of the camera. But if our faces are anywhere in, that is what it's designed to do. It's designed to pick up our faces.
So they do. I thought they are quite cute little boxes there. You can go there if you are interested in those collections. Now they don't just do Harry Potter. They do other types. Yeah. They did have a Ghostbusters trap, which I didn't get, but I did want to have a little look at. Yeah. What else did they have? I can't remember now.
Oh, they had like mini Shakespeare books and other Harry Potter ones that I did want to get, but I thought, you know what, let me start off with these. But there are lots of other, like there's the Horcruxes, there's all the wands, there is the plant, the baby plant, they've got a few other things. There's a Hedwig, there's there's quite a few other little bits that I really do want to get. But I thought, do you know what, these look quite cute. So should I open one?
Yeah, why not?
All right, let me.
We're going to extend the Harry Potter thing. I'm afraid we're just going to do a little bit more. If you want to,
you actually need batteries, I think, to make them work. Now, AAA batteries, 2 AAA batteries for this one.
Now, the thing is, I always thought these days with these sort of things that they do tend now to include the batteries.
No, not all things.
They never used to. Now, I'm going to show my age. I remember as a kid, whenever you bought something that needed batteries were never included.
Yeah.
So the worst thing is if you get it on Christmas Day, because you can't, there's nothing open, so you cannot, unless your parents have bought your batteries.
Yeah.
You're going to have to wait a few days before the shops can open and you can get batteries.
And some people did. When I bought things for my nephews, I used to make sure I bought them batteries as well.
In case, yeah.
So they could play it on the same day. Okay. So
open it up.
Okay. So in this box, this is what you get.
There we are. So you got the box and you get, look at that, all wrapped up.
Yeah.
There's also
the sticker book.
A little sticker book and instructions. Here we are. So there's the instructions. There's only a small little page, but let's do the sticker book.
Yeah, let's do the
because that's more
book.
interesting.
Yeah.
Do you want to do that?
Yeah. Okay, so it's the magical creatures from the film.
There we are.
There we go. And then let's have a look. So you can see right there. Oh, there's a scene. So that's Harry with the hippogriff. I don't know if it's going to focus, but
yeah, you can just. Yeah, it does. It is focusing.
Yeah. So I haven't got my glasses on. So this is Harry with the hippogriff, and that's him petting the hippogriff right there. So yeah, so there's just like few sort of like pictures.
The goblin.
The goblin.
You'll have to buy another one of these just so that for collector's items, because they do say it will depreciate in value
when you open them.
Yeah, when you open them.
Yeah.
But you want to open them so you can see them.
Yeah, but also I want to display them. And don't get me wrong, I love these sorts of things, but I also don't want to keep them in the box and not open them.
No, exactly. We could have one spare. So yeah. I think Kelly was saying as well, when we went to Florida, she did buy some of the pin badges.
Yeah.
Now the pin badges you cannot, certain ones you cannot get anymore. So
They
they
discontinued them.
massively shot up in value. What was it on sale for? Your little pumpkin?
£100.
Wow.
Or £95.
Let's have a little look. Ah, has it got the batteries in it?
No.
Oh, let's have a look.
Must just go up and down. Yeah. There's no batteries in it. Oh, might be. Hold on.
You got to turn it on. Is it on?
Is it on? Yeah, that's on.
That's on. All right. I'll tell you what. You carry on. I shall put batteries in. Oh, hang on. It might work. Oh, it's got.
No, it's batteries. It roams. You see, so you have to put the batteries in them, but you also need what you call it.
So I do that now quickly. If you carry on.
Well, yeah, but where are you going to get the screwdriver?
I think we've got a little screwdriver downstairs. I will be back and I will have the batteries in here.
All right. Well, if you bring up the screwdriver and bring up, because there'll be other ones that are better to think. So anyway, I'll carry on opening these. So I also got the wand, which also lights up, and they did do other ones, but I just felt that the Harry Potter one for me was more poignant. But they do do the Lord Voldemort's wand as well. But what I like about these, I just like the fact that they're mini, and you know, I don't know. I like things that are mini. I've always liked mini, sort of like little houses, and you know, you can make the little villages and all of that type of stuff. I did contemplate about the Lego, but we really don't have room to do the Lego. But wow, look at this. So basically, this is me opening it up. This is how it comes. So as you can see in the box, get a little book there, but I'll take that out in a moment. And oh, that's the little instructions. And this is the wand. So basically, you get a little stand, as you can see right there. So you get a little stand, you get a little wand, or the end of the wand. So this is Harry Potter's wand. And you fit that, I'm assuming you fit that just in there. And there's also a little button right here. Wow. So that one doesn't need a battery because that's got battery already in it. Okay. Now, if you can see, there's a little sort of bit there, and if you can see, there's a little groove there in order to fit this point in. So you just slide it in, and there you go, and it lights up. How cool is that? It's right there. So I just need to fit that in a bit better because it's leaning a little bit. But there we go. Here's my other look, and
Chloe!
It's actually got the battery in it.
So you got Chloe and Sienna.
Hey, Chloe! Hey, Sienna!
How are you guys? Are you good? Right, sorry about that. I had to go and get it. I couldn't believe I found it. So we've got this little set here. That's big. That's a lot bigger than I thought it would be.
Yeah, because it came in 2 pieces.
Ah.
You see, it came in 2 pieces. So that is Harry's wand.
My little set.
And
what is that, Kelly? Said Sienna.
It lights up. This is Harry's wand. And there you go. It's lit up like that.
So what we did, Chloe and Sienna, we went out yesterday, and we bought a whole load of stuff for. Hello, Chloe. We bought a whole load of stuff from Harry Potter. So I'm just gonna I've just opened up the battery case. You're right, it doesn't have the batteries. And
that's the stand for the Harry Potter wand.
You can see it's difficult because the things in the lights in the way.
Yeah, but I was just holding it back, so yeah, you can pretty much see that is the Harry Potter wand.
Oh, do you hear that? I turn it off.
Turn it off, yeah.
I'm going to turn it off, and I'm just going to screw this in. So this is the what's it called again?
That is the Monster Book of Monsters.
There we are. Right, I'm just doing the screw. There we are. So I shall let you
I don't know. Well,
You need to turn it on though.
yeah, we need to turn it on, but I wonder if it's going to.
Oh, we've got a nice message from Tegan. Tegan Daniel. Oh, you've got to need to see it. Can you see that? Tegan, thank you so much. Tegan says you guys are lovely. Keep doing your channel. And Chloe said our internet is bad. That might be why we're having.
Oh right, I see. Because it does keep sticking a little bit. And this time I actually did turn off the laptop and restart the laptop. So we may have to put the booster up here.
Well, actually, I've got to say the internet is very bad up here. I think we might need to go back downstairs and start doing the thing again, because it is. Funny enough, when I do my tablet, it's the same thing. The internet does keep cutting out.
Okay, so let me quickly show you. Where's the book to? Oh yeah, here's the book to the wand.
Right, so let me show the thing again. But thank you for joining us, Tegan and Chloe.
Thank you.
And thank you for the lovely comment. That's really nice. This thing is. I can see that getting annoying after a while, but it does actually move. And it's chattering away. There we are.
So I'm just going to show you.
Oh, I hope you. She goes. Tegan says, honestly, you guys deserve more views. I hope you get it soon.
Oh,
thank you so much.
That's so kind. Thank you. This is the book that goes with the wand, so you can see that Harry's holding the wand there. And I know some of you aren't into Harry Potter, so I will try and make this segment as quick as I can. I'm just really excited.
We're doing food next. We've got some food to show you.
Yes, we do.
I say food, some chocolates.
Yeah. And what's the
last one?
Oh no, that's not the last one. So I've got the divination.
Oh, there's 2 more.
Yes, I bought 4. Well, you bought me 1.
Yeah, I bought 1. Okay, I'll do this one.
No.
Oh, you're going to do both.
He's not even a Harry Potter fan. He wants to open up my stuff.
I shall stay out of it.
Mad?
I shall stay out of it. Luckily, I've got everything sorted. So if we do need batteries, I'm to hand. Good job I bought AA and AAA. There you go. But I did wonder why that one didn't work. Now I know. Because it needed the battery.
Oh, it needed the battery.
So this is quite different. Okay.
All right. So this is the bottom.
Well, you need to show it to the camera.
Okay. So basically, it's come in 2 parts. And I'm assuming in here is the ball, the crystal ball. So I'm going to open the bottom part of where the ball is, the base unit of the divination, because that's what it's going to look like. So you can see that's the bottom part there, the base unit. So here we go. Let's open up.
Oh, that's quite plush.
Little elephants.
So can you see that? Look, you've got that's the stand. We've got the 3 elephants there. Now I'm assuming that's going to hold up the little ball.
The ball, yeah. And now I'm just opening the ball.
There we go.
As we speak. Oh wow!
Look at that.
Wow.
Does this need batteries? I don't think it does.
What? How does it turn on then?
I assume it does. Okay.
Yeah, because there's an on-off button. So.
You go. Put the ball on first.
All right. Let me just. So there's the ball, and the on-off button.
Look at that.
Wow.
Now, you can just about. We have got lights facing our way, so as you can see that.
Let me see if I can turn this one off.
Turn that one off so you can see. So you've got otherwise. There we go. Wow. That actually looks quite good.
Yeah, it does.
I love the colour of it. Now, I don't think the screen does it justice, but it's a really sort of deep blue colour.
It changes colour, it looks like. Yeah, so it goes from a deep blue to a lighter blue.
It is actually changing colour.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys can see that, if it is changing colour on your screen, but it is here. So it's going from almost like a purple, goes to a really deep purple colour, then to a very light blue.
Yeah. So
that is really good.
It's so cool. So I am pleased. I'm actually quite pleased with my purchases, you know.
That's quite good. So you've got 1 more to go. Do you want me to give it the ball? I'll put that all away too. If you want to turn the light back on.
All right, I'm going to pop
you're
that
going to pop
here.
that there. Okay.
I've turned the light off.
And again, there's another book in with this one.
Yeah.
Okay. So you've seen the book. I think it's going to be similar to the other ones. I'll put that away. Okay. So the last one was the castle.
Yeah.
Which Teddy's going to open. So for collector's items, I just know Kenny's going to buy two. Karen, hello.
Hey, Karen.
Can't believe it's Friday again. Time is flying. It
It
is.
really is.
We've been having a bit of internet problems. So I hope we're coming through clearly. So if not, please bear with us. We might have to go downstairs in a bit actually because of the internet problems. I have noticed that actually with I was saying earlier on, my tablet when I use it upstairs, it kind of cuts in and out.
I think this is the first time though. It's not
Hmm.
normal. It doesn't normally do that.
How are you, Karen? Though, everything well? Yeah, I bet you're glad it's Friday as well. I've been saying to the guys as well. I've been off this week, so it's actually been really nice. It doesn't feel like a Friday to me because normally by this time I'm absolutely shattered. But because I've had the week off, it's not been so bad.
Oh wow! So
right, this needs a little bit of construction.
Okay, so this is what it looks like.
I'll move out the way. Wow, that actually looks good. You know.
Yeah.
It's almost like a gold.
Yeah, it's like a bronze. Yeah. So I'm just going to open this up.
So this is we've just got, for those of you just joined, we're just going through Kelly's purchases for her add to her Harry Potter collection. So some of the little miniatures you can buy. They're called the deluxe mega kits.
Yeah, they are. So there are different.
Oh, Karen said you look glam in those ears.
Oh, thank you.
They're her up ears.
The up ears. Mark bought me these ears.
And I've still not seen up.
No, but when you bought the ears, you go, oh yeah, I must see up, and then you haven't seen up.
Hagen's asked, did you guys go to Harry Potter World?
We did go to Harry Potter World. We've been to the one in. So we've been to the Harry Potter Studio tour. We've done a couple of videos on the Harry Potter Studio tour. We also went to the Harry Potter exhibition in Covent Garden, which is in our London weekend part 2. And we've also been to Orlando, where we actually went to Diagon Alley and Nocturne Alley.
Yeah.
Hogsmeade. We went to the Three Broomsticks. We went to the Leaky Cauldron. So yeah, we've been quite lucky and we've been to platform 9 3/4.
We have, yeah. So do check out our videos if you get a chance. We do go to. We did a Harry Potter World 1, 2, and 3 where we went round the one in North London, which is the Harry Potter Studio Tours, which is in Watford, North London. We had to do it in 3 parts because it was just so much to see.
Yeah.
And also we did a video on platform 9 3/4, as Kelly said, although that was just after the lockdown, so it has changed slightly now. When we went, they were only letting in a few people at a time, which is quite good actually, because we got to show you guys everything without there being too many crowds.
Because platform 9 3/4, the shop gets absolutely packed.
Yeah, it does. It does.
So packed. You sometimes you can barely move. So during, sort of like during the pandemic, we are still in a pandemic, by the way, but during the pandemic, it was easier to get around the shop and actually be able to film and show you properly around the shop. That was quite cool.
So Tegan said it went to the one in London. What did you think? Did you enjoy it? It's really, we really enjoyed it. We thought it was excellent.
Yeah.
But did you enjoy it? Oh, here we go. That's the light. Do you want to do the light again?
Oh yeah.
So it does light up, and look at that action fact. It looks like almost like the fires are going in there. Can you see it sort of flickers like a flame? That's quite good actually.
Yeah. And it's not heavy, so it is made of plastic. Yeah, you can.
So you can see there. So it does look like there's fires burning in there, and you can see that there. Look, because they've got the holes in the side, so you can actually see it coming through. If I just do a little rotation. There we go. Oh, Karen just said she looked at the afternoon tea blog.
Oh, did you? And I think you commented on it, right? But yeah, it was tasty. It was tasty.
Definitely recommend if you guys do get a chance and you're in London. There's so many actually you can go to afternoon tea. But I was going to say Claridge's. It wasn't Claridge's.
Chesterfield.
The Chesterfield is one we recommend. Also, as well, Fortnum's is one we do recommend if you are interested in that. Really is a nice day out. We did do the Savoy, which is very good as well, and we did do the Ritz. Although with the Ritz, it is very, very pricey, and they don't let you do takeout, or they never used to. I don't know if that's changed, but they will not let you take your cakes away, whereas the other places do that. Well, they used to. I don't know. I'm assuming that's still the case.
Yeah, I feel like with the Chesterfield, I feel that is value for money.
Yeah.
It's the only
Well, for
one.
afternoon tea.
Yeah, for afternoon tea. So I feel like with all the ones that we've been to, the Chesterfield is real good value for money, and I feel like the service is on point as well. So it's only slightly cheaper than going to, let's say, the Ritz. Let's say I feel like out of Fortnum's and Savoy, I think Ritz is probably the cheaper out of the three, maybe.
Yeah.
But Chesterfield is the cheapest out of all of them. And I think that with regards to your service, the type of service that you get and everything, don't get me wrong, that all the services are excellent in Savoy, in Ritz, in Fortnum's, and in the Chesterfield. It's just that with the Chesterfield, it's a lot quieter, and not many people know about it, and that's what I like about it. It's just off the. A friend took me there one day. That's how I got to know it. A friend took me there one day, and we went and we tried afternoon tea, and the staff are just super nice.
They are.
And you get the same sort of service as if you were in one of the bigger hotels or in Fortnum's or something. So yeah.
Yeah, and I've got to say we really did enjoy it. It's one of those things. If you are in London, that's one of our recommendations to go and try out.
Yeah.
But we do recommend you going to try the Chesterfield.
Yeah.
And that's why Kelly introduced me to it, because I'd never been before, many years ago actually.
It was your first time doing afternoon tea.
Yeah, I'd never really done it. I always thought it was for out of my price range at the time.
Yeah.
So I thought, well, it is expensive, but for what it is, sandwiches. But it is a one-off event, really, something you could try.
I was about to say, when Mark and I first ever went to the Chesterfield, which would have been about 20 years ago.
Yeah.
It was God, how much was it then? It was about £65 for the two of us.
Yeah, and that's between us. I mean, it's nearly that each now. It's 55 each.
Yeah, and the 65 included, I think it was just under 65 or something like that, included the service charge. Now it was 100 and what was it?
Oh God, I
23
think
or
123 and some pennies. It came to. So again, we don't usually do this. It's just a treat, really. But we just wanted. Well, we thought it'd make a good video so you guys could see it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we just wanted to have it as a treat, really.
Because the other one, I mean, it depends on if you want a themed afternoon tea. Now with the Chesterfield, it's changed quite a bit because they used to do a Willy Wonka, Charlie Chocolate Factory type afternoon tea, and then they did like a honeybees type afternoon tea because they used to keep bees up on the roof, and so they used to do like a honey type afternoon tea. And then they did your traditional afternoon tea. So sometimes you could choose, like, did you want your traditional afternoon tea or did you want, you know, whatever their themed tea is. But now, as far as I'm aware, they just do a themed tea, and it's based on sweets, so sweet shop. So they have like Hardee's sweets there, so you can enjoy the Hardee's sweets. So it's Hardee's themed sweets. So when you go to Fortnum's, they do various teas as well, but they also do like high tea, where you get like, it's not hot food, but semi-hot food, and all of that type of stuff. And then there is another themed afternoon tea, but they're not open at the moment, which is Alice in Wonderland, which is at Sanderson's. And their afternoon tea is quite good. We got toasted sandwiches there.
Oh yeah, they were really nice. So they did little squares of toasted sandwiches. I was so impressed with it. I actually made them the next day. They were so nice. Just tiny squares of sandwiches, how they made them, but it really did taste nice as well. And there's something that I don't normally make is cheese. It's basically cheese on toast sandwiches, basically, almost like a cheese
toasted sandwich, I suppose.
Cheese toasty, basically.
And their afternoon tea was quite good. So if you want to have a look, they are closed. I don't know if they're going to open again. They're just off Oxford Street, but we have done a video on it. So if you want to go and check it out, please do, by all means. Do you know what I mean? But their afternoon tea, I really enjoyed the Alice in Wonderland theme. I thought it was a good thing. Now there is another one that I went to, which is another Charlie and Chocolate. We did that one, and I didn't think it was. But you see the difference of opinion, because I was talking about with my cousin, because she goes, "Oh yeah, she went to that one and she really liked it." We went to that one, and I didn't think much of it. So it just shows you your differences of opinions on afternoon teas. We didn't actually film that one.
No, we didn't. I think it
No.
was just one of those things. We were sort of intermittently filming at that point. I think we just wanted to go for an afternoon tea that day, didn't we?
Do you know what? I don't think that was even at a time when we did film stuff.
Oh, okay. I can't remember. We've done filming for so long.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just think, well, were we doing it then? Were we not?
No, yeah, I can't even remember. But I remember our server, the guy who waited on us, and I didn't like the I didn't feel it had a good ambience. I didn't feel it had a good atmosphere. Like when you go to Savoy, it's quite so the atmosphere is quite grand, and it's quite
Yeah, the entranceway and all of that.
yeah, and you go in and you're seated and pleasing. And I also feel that with the Ritz, but it's almost in a different kind of way with the Ritz, because I don't think it happened when we went with your parents, but there was one time that I went and they just hit a bell, ding. That was when the afternoon tea started. Ding. That is when the afternoon tea ended, and all of that. There was I never actually got to have afternoon tea there, but I actually worked in the switchboard room at Claridge's. It was only I was doing it in between jobs and stuff, and at that time they spoke about Gordon Ramsay. Now Gordon Ramsay at the time was only well known within the culinary world.
Okay.
He wasn't well known on television or anything at the time. So, but he was really renowned in the culinary world, and as chefs go and stuff like that. He just wasn't on the TV or anything like that. And so unless you moved in those circles, you wouldn't hear about, chefs and stuff like that. You hear about them more often now because they're on the telly and things like that. But back then, no, there might have been a couple of documentaries, but unless you were into food back then, you wouldn't know. But I remember the manager of the switch room going, "Now, if you get any calls for Gordon Ramsay, you put it through to this number, or you let me know." And And I just thought, who's Gordon Ramsay?
Did you actually speak to him?
No.
I was going to say,
I just thought, who's Gordon Ramsay? And I just thought, oh,
that must be some time ago.
Yeah.
I was going to say, because he's been famous since the 90s.
Yeah, but he was well known. This was the 90s.
Yeah.
But he wasn't well known, as in he wasn't on TV and stuff
like
that.
I was going to say, because his first show, I think, was around, it was a show on horrible bosses. And because he owned a restaurant called Gordon Ramsay's, and I think it was his father-in-law that paid for it. And that's how he became famous, because it was in Knightsbridge he had his first restaurant. Right. But he was always a top chef.
Yeah.
And then he was trying to get his 3 Michelin stars. And I think obviously his father-in-law funded it, or partly funded it.
Right.
But he fell out with his father-in-law eventually. But yeah, he ordered it was called Gordon Ramsay's restaurant, and that was in Knightsbridge. That was his first flagship restaurant.
I don't know about that one, and I don't know how far before or how far after, but he was at Claridge's.
Okay.
And yeah, like I said, he was well known in the culinary world, but he just wasn't well known as in everybody knowing who he was at the time.
Okay.
But if you were, if you did go to Michelin star restaurants and things like that, you would have known at that time who Gordon Ramsay was.
Didn't Paul Hollywood do Claridge's as well?
That I don't know.
Yeah, because he was doing 1 5-star hotel because he was famous for his scones. So they all used to fight over him for his scones at the time, and then obviously he's gone on to do TV.
Oh,
there you go.
No.
Anyway, this is my favourite part of the live, because we're going to show you what else we bought, which might interest you. So, for those of you that are fans of chocolate, we went to Hotel Chocolat. Now, they're doing, for those of you not familiar with Hotel Chocolat, they do a special where if you get 3 of these, they used to do them for 3 for 10. Now they have upped it now, it's 3 for 12. But they are the little packs of their chocolates. One of my favourites, which Kelly didn't get, was the Eton Mess, which is sort of white chocolate with little raspberry and strawberry pieces on it. But they have started the Easter collection. So we got here, these are my favourites. Well, one of my favourites. Those are the Eton Mess ones, are the Florentines. If it's going to Karen said, "Yummy." Karen, have you tried these ones? These are amazing. Now they look like, I tell you what they're like. They almost like crunchy nut cornflakes on squares of chocolate, but there are caramel, little bits of caramel inside these blocks of chocolate. So, but it sounds weird, but crunchy nut cornflakes and chocolate, I would have never thought to do that.
I don't think it tastes like crunchy nut cornflakes.
Hey, Ray Ray's here. Chocolate.
Hey,
We knew Ray Ray would be here with the chocolate.
You see, whenever we break out the chocolate, Ray Ray appears. Look.
How are you, Ray Ray?
We hope you're well.
So I do one at a time. So this is the fudge sundae, which is one of Kelly's favourites.
Yeah.
So from the Hotel Chocolat range. Now this one is a little. Can you see that? It's almost like a little cupcake. Come on, open them up, says Karen. I couldn't leave them in them wrappers. Well, we will. We are going to do that in a second. We couldn't disappoint you guys.
No.
Well, Kelly's looking at me and go, oh, yeah, he's only done this so he can get one.
Exactly. That's the only reason.
And that's exactly. Hey, Charlie, how are you? You okay?
Charlie.
We've got you've inspired us to do a video, but we are going to keep it a secret, but we will reveal it very, very soon. But thanks to you, we've inspired us to do a video. And these are the caramel bunnies. So, of course, in line for Easter. Now, they do 3 types of bunny, which is the caramel. There was one that was lemon, and there's another one. I've forgotten which one it is.
I don't know what the flavours were. I only found the one that I was interested in. That's the only thing I paid attention to.
There you go. And you can see that the little bunny in there. But we're not going to disappoint you. We are going to open them.
And you see, I've got my bunny ears on.
Oh, you got bunny ears?
Well, not bunny ears, but you know what I mean.
Right, which one should we do first?
We can do your favourite one first if you want to.
Go on, I'll let you open it because she goes. Because I just rip it. Now with me, this is where Kelly goes mad because I just rip it open because I want the chocolate. But Kelly does it so gently.
Mark is the type of person that would open a bag of crisps upside down, and that would really annoy me. Or put the toilet paper on the wrong way, or put the kitchen towel on the wrong way. There's only one way to put the kitchen towel on. There's only one way to put toilet paper on, and there's only one way to open a packet of crisps.
Anyway, you're delaying the time, you see. Now, in all of that time, Kelly could have opened it. But do you guys do the same? Because I just rip it open because I'm going to eat the lot. I thought that I'm not saving it.
See, you open it gently, you open it nicely, then you slide out the tray. You don't need to rip the whole thing. But you're not going to eat 6 chocolates. No, you're not.
But I've got the intention of eating the lot, especially with crisps. If I'm opening crisps, I'm eating the lot. So it doesn't matter.
Yeah, but you don't. Yes, but you don't eat the whole lot, do you? Because then you get an attack of guilt. Oh, maybe I shouldn't eat all of those.
Come on.
Look at him.
This is the delay. Everybody's waiting for this chocolate.
You just shush.
Right, here we go. Now, let me... depends on how hungry I am, says Ray Ray. There you go. You see? Right, I'm going to take one out here.
Ray, you don't open a packet of crisps upside down. That's all I'm saying.
Right, so I don't know if that's going to zoom. I hope it does. Look at that. And it's very much like having crunchy nut cornflakes on chocolate. Now, I never in a million years thought that would go, but it really, really does. Now, in that gorgeous square of chocolate, they even got their little Hotel Chocolat logo on there. Look.
It's nuts. It's Florentine. There's no cornflakes in Florentine.
That's what I call it. Is it nuts? It tastes like crunchy nut cornflakes to me.
It's not.
There we are. That looks amazing. Here we go.
Okay.
Chin chin. Oh, that's really good.
It's sweet. It's just pinged my side of my mouth.
I was wrong, actually. I thought there was caramel in there, so apologies. There's not. It's solid chocolate.
No, solid chocolate.
But, come on, focus. There it is. Look at that. That's almost like a fudgy chocolate. And those nuts on the top are delicious.
They're candied nuts.
It does taste like crunchy nut cornflakes.
It's candied nuts.
Yeah. Thank you, Karen. Kelly, I'm sorry, but I'm with Mark. Open them up. Job done. Won't eat.
No. You have to savour it. You savour the moment. Don't rush the moment.
To be fair, I mean, look at that. Professionally open that. You could seal that back in, but I would just rip that off. In actual fact, there'd be a tear down there. But I do it with the intention of eating them. Right, there we go. So next up, we're going to go for a fudge sundae, or shall we go for the caramel?
We can go for the fudge sundae.
Fudge sundae. So,
let me open it.
So we're cleansing the palate. But yeah, the Florentine, this one is the Florentine Isabel, if anybody's interested. One of our recommendations. we have done our recommendation for the week, but I think I'm going to do another one there. That will be my recommendation for the week from Hotel Chocolat. Now I'm covering up the logo there. Really worth getting. You guys get a chance. Right, fudge sundae.
Next one.
So I'm going to cleanse my palate while I'm doing this.
So this is one of my.
Karen said now it's Mark's turn to open.
No.
I won't be allowed, Karen.
He's not allowed to open packets in this house.
I'm not allowed. I'm not allowed. I need specialist supervision to open a packet.
And then I go in the kitchen and all the bread is stale and everything else because he hasn't opened it. Nothing. No.
Looks delicious, said Ray. I love chocolate. These ones I think you'll really like. I don't know if you've tried the Hotel Chocolates before.
I think.
Chloe said we've got 5 people. Poor Mark says. Thank you, Chloe. Also as well, Chloe, how are your cooking lessons coming along? Are you still doing them? And are you enjoying them?
Now, this is my recommendation from Hotel Chocolat.
Which is the fudge sundae.
Yeah, this is them.
With little poppers on top. Do you like the look of those, actually? What are they? Is it hundreds and thousands?
No, they're like crispy bits.
Okay.
They're like pop crisp.
So what I like about these ones, though, look, they are almost like a little tub. So you can see that, a tub of chocolate. And you have all those little crispy things on the top. So it is the fudge.
And again, you've got their logo. If I can get it in focus.
Oh, yeah.
If you move to the side, then hopefully.
I don't know if you can see that. You have to, to the light. It's just like a little stamp.
Mm.
Oh, no. You didn't go back, said Chloe, because it was packed. Oh. But you're still keeping up your cooking now.
All right. Ching, ching.
Ching, ching. Here we go. Now, can you see that? I don't know if that's going to zoom in. I'm still chewing, but there is a slight gooey caramel. Come on, focus, focus, focus. Is it going to do it?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, obviously, said Chloe. Good. I'm glad you're keeping up with the cooking. I'm going to do another cooking video in a minute soon, actually, because it's not focusing. This is really annoying. But you can just get the outline there while it's out of shot. There is a gooey. There it is.
Oh.
Got it. So they've got a gooey line there. Can you see that? And that is the caramel in there. Oh, bye, Chloe. Bye, Chloe. But yeah, so and it doesn't really do it justice because there's a huge, almost like base there of the caramel. That's really good.
I really like it.
I've got to say they're both delicious. I favour the Florentine, but that's no slight on the fudge sundae. That is absolutely fantastic. Really, really nice. So again, if you're interested, one of our other recommendations is fudge sundae. Now, one of my favourites is, as I say, the Eton Mess, which is a white chocolate one with raspberry and I think it's strawberry pieces on top. But that's really good. We didn't buy that one because we did the 3 for 12 offer. And Kelly wanted to get these ones. So we've never tried these ones before. I was going to open it then. I almost got into trouble. I wasn't even thinking what I was doing. I should know my place.
Exactly.
So this one is the Easter range. Now, I'm assuming that these are going to be limited edition because they've only got 3 of the bunny range. Obviously, they brought out 4 Easter. Ray says she loves Hotel Chocolat. Sorry, Ray. We are having a bit of internet issues apparently. So we are a bit delayed. Apologies. Here we go. Right. Let me take this little fella out. Look at that. That's quite cool. That cute little bunny. If he's going to focus, it's really struggling to focus actually.
Let's see if I can.
Well, yours is focused a bit better.
I don't know why it's not focusing.
Yeah, it's not having it. It's not having it. It's not having it. There he is. Look at that. So you can just make out the features. There it is. There it is.
Yeah.
And look, he's got almost like a caramel bow.
Yeah.
So we're going to give him a go. Here we go.
Let's see if we come back into focus. Yeah.
Yeah. I thought that was going to be the case. Can you see the caramel? That's really caramelly. Wow.
It's really buttery, isn't it?
That's a really good way to describe it. It's a really, really buttery. It's not going to focus either, which is annoying. But you can kind of get the outline of that. That is just pure caramel in there. Come on. You have to move that shot.
I am out of shot.
That's not gonna. There it is. There it is.
Mm.
Look at that. That is just pure caramel in there. Caramel yummy bunny. Exactly. That is just. That's really really good. That's better than I thought it would be actually.
So there it is. That is the caramel soft center caramel bunny.
Wow.
Oh, go on.
So it says a soft-scented caramel bunny, smartly dressed in mellow milk chocolate. So it is milk chocolate. Oh, I need chocolate now, says Ray Ray. Sorry, Ray Ray.
Anytime you come to this channel, bring chocolate with you because you need chocolate when you're watching us, because we're forever eating or doing something, because food, I mean, I don't love food as much as you, but you do love food.
I do love my food. Now, funny enough, when we were in Hotel Chocolat, we had a little one nosy around, and some of you guys may have seen we did your review on the Velvetizer. So we've done several of the actual different chocolates that you can get. We did buy their multi-selection pack, which we tried. We did buy separately the peanut butter one, which we didn't really like. It's not as nice. Doesn't taste the peanut butter weirdly. But we did do the Black Forest Gatto, which was amazing, probably one of our favourites. But one thing they have done is they have now started doing coffee machines, which I was surprised about.
Yeah.
That was the newbie. So the Velvetizer has been around for a couple of years, but the coffee machine is new.
I didn't have a look to see if they had any Black Forest Gatto chocolate.
No, or not the chocolates, no, but they did do the hot chocolate one in the Velvetizer.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Did you see it? I didn't see it.
Yeah, they had
it. Oh.
Ray said, "Oh, I've got chocolate covered pretzels."
Flips.
Charlie said, "What video do you like best?" From your one, I've got to say actually, the one I really enjoyed was the Man City one, because I've never been to the Etihad Stadium, so I did really enjoy your City one. But I also liked your room setup. I thought your gaming room setup was really, really, really good. I do want to. The other one I did really like of yours was your Toby Carvery one, because what you did is you did the montage with the music.
Oh yeah.
I thought that was really clever. So that was, those are my favourite ones. If I had to choose, I would probably say your Toby Carvery one, because you did the montage with the photographs, which I thought was really, really good.
But there is another channel that I think you should follow, because the both of you I think are very, very well matched, which is Richard's Adventures. And I think you should follow Richard's Adventures, and I think Richard's Adventures should follow you, because you are pretty much into the same thing, pretty much.
But also, keep watching ours, because we will have some reviews. Yeah.
But I feel like, because you it's all the trains and the tubes and things like that. And I think, they're really like,
Right, now back to the chocolate. If you only could have one of these.
This one.
Middle one?
Yeah.
Gotta be that one.
Yeah.
The Florentine. So Kelly's gone for the fudge sundae. So neither of us chose that one. Nice, very, very caramelly. But I've got to say, for me, the Florentine.
Yeah. Okay. I'm a real caramel person. So I love anything with caramel. Do you know the only chocolate I don't like with caramel in it, which is Cadbury's caramel?
Oh, one with bunny on?
Yeah.
Really?
I don't like it. I'm shocked at that.
Mind you, it's very, very sweet.
Yeah, it's just one that I've never really enjoyed.
Cadbury's caramel bunny. Actually, in fact, when we went to Cadbury's World, you'll see that in one of our videos when we did go there. There was quite a few of the Cadbury's bunny bars that they had there, but we didn't go for that. You're right, neither of us chose it. But they were giving loads of free. So if you do go, it's up in Bourneville, up in Birmingham. They do.
I'm sure Ray might.
Ray, you must have been.
You must have been.
I know that's near your area.
Yeah.
They do give you loads of freebies actually when you go in there. They just hand you loads of chocolate. Well, they always used to. I'm assuming they still do.
You get about between 6 and 9 free bars of chocolate. Per person.
Yeah. They were just handing over these bars. Like, all right.
Yeah.
Load them into the.
So, like, when you go in, they give you like 3 bars. Then when you get to the middle, they give you 3 bars, and then sort of somewhere near the end, they give you another 3 bars. And then you get thrown out into their gift shop, which you buy another few bars. And then before we went in, we went to the we went to the chocolate shop before you go in, not the gift shop, but where they do where they have the calf.
Oh
And they did the
yeah,
hot
that's
chocolate
right.
and stuff.
Yeah, that's right.
What I didn't like about it is so they had these souvenir cups that you could just buy, and she took a souvenir cup, it was so dusty, and she put the hot chocolate in, like
Oh
she didn't give a
yeah.
damn. And I said to Mom, well, I can't drink that now, because she just, it was so dusty and everything else, and she's just. And another time that happened to me was when when we were in Harry Potter World, and we went to Diagon Alley, and I went to get a butterbeer in the souvenir tank card, and the tank card was so dusty, and she put the drink in it, and I said to Mark, well, I can't drink that now, it's so dusty.
Kelly won't, if it's dusty, she won't touch it, won't drink it.
Who wants dust in there? But it was proper dusty.
No,
Not
fair
just,
enough. Nobody wants it, but I mean, I would drink it, but
it wasn't just, oh yes, a little bit of dust. I'm talking about furs of dust.
Oh no, no.
That's what it was. It wasn't just, it had been sitting there for ages.
Okay.
Like about a year or something. It wasn't one of those ones, oh yeah, do you know what, it's just no, it was proper dust. No, but I'm not going to drink nothing out of that.
Ray said, oh yeah, I've been locked, we are booked to go there for Mother's Day.
What a perfect Mother's Day gift.
I was going to say, that's a really
what
nice
a
thing.
perfect Mother's Day gift. Oh, to go to, listen, you're going to have fun. I like it there.
Ray said, no, I wouldn't drink it either.
Yeah, so dusty.
Karen said her mouth is drooling. Do you know what though? I was going to say that we really did enjoy going to the chocolate factory.
Yeah,
we?
definitely want to go again. And I really liked looking at like some of the houses on the way down. Like some of them still had the Cadbury purple. We spoke about this the last time.
Yeah, that's right.
Some of them still had the Cadbury purple, and I really liked that. And I do wonder, because they don't. It's not a working factory anymore, as in producing the chocolates.
No,
right?
no, that's right.
They've moved that somewhere else. So this is a lot for show and things like that.
Yeah, I do think that they could develop it more. The only bit I didn't like about it, which I thought they could do a bit better on, is you have to go down all these sort of corridors and round to get to these places.
Yeah,
I thought they could probably build the extension a bit bigger, and then you wouldn't have to do that. Make it really, really interactive, almost like a theme park, really.
Yeah, and I think you go through this bit, and they've got like a set, so like a storefront, and they tell you a story about how it was, right, and all that. And I think that's brilliant, and keep that part, but they actually should make them working shops, so they should sell chocolates in the middle of, so if you want to pop in and you want to look how the shop was back in the day.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
I also think they should do the old packaging, how the chocolates used to be and things like that, and sell them.
That'd be a good idea, because you could only get them from there.
Yeah.
But that being said, we thought we had a really good time there and thought it was excellent.
Yeah.
So well worth the trip if you do decide to do. See, Karen's mouth is still drooling.
See, because when I go to visit these places, I have all these ideas. So like when we went to the Warner Brothers Studios, I feel like when you go, so basically you get to visit Diagon Alley. And I think when you visit the Diagon Alley, those shops should be as they were. So if you are, if you've got the storefront of Madame Malkin's, when you go, they should have that shop open. And when you go in there, they should be selling robes. Do you know what I mean? And they should be selling the hats and the cloaks and things like that. And then if you go into Ollivander's, as you pass Ollivander's, it should be open to sell wands. And I feel like that instead of just throwing you out at a gift shop at the very end, I think that during it, so basically you can buy stuff on Diagon Alley and then still have a gift shop at the end, in case there was anything that you missed. And I think they missed a real trick with that. I think that Diagon Alley should have been a working Diagon Alley.
Yeah, I know what you mean. I think I suppose it's the costing, isn't it? It's the same with Cadbury's as well. To develop that will cost them quite a bit to do. Although they do have the footfall obviously going through.
Yeah, because they've really got. I mean, people come from all over to go to Harry Potter, to go to Warner Brothers Studio.
And Cadbury's World. Ray said Black Country Museum is good to see things how it used to be. Loads of shops with old-fashioned products. Oh right, okay. I've not been to the Black Country Museum.
Oh really?
I'll have to have a look at that.
Yeah.
We'll have to, because like I said, we obviously when we went to the Cadbury's thing, we went exclusively for that. So we got the train to New Cross, and then took the train then up to Bourneville. And then obviously from there, then went to the factory, then came back down afterwards. But I didn't know about the Black Country Museum. So is that in central Birmingham or is that near Bourneville? But yeah, that's something we could perhaps look to do.
Yeah,
That'd be interesting.
definitely. Yeah, I'd love to see. I like things like that where you get to see things how they were made, or do you know what I mean? When I went to the Friends set the first time, you could actually buy the mockler. In fact, I might have some in this drawer actually.
No, that's handy. There's a drawer just below here, which Kelly's just done.
So right, so basically, the first time they're not good to eat now, obviously, but you could actually buy the mockler. This was now I don't know if you remember, but Monica was looking for a job and she applied at this place, and they gave her this fake chocolate and go, oh, you know, chocolate have all the big holidays like Easter, blah blah blah, but we want to do, you know, mockler. And this was one of the things, and that's what I like. Yeah, and that's what I like. I like to go and I want to buy something like this. But when I went the second time, they didn't have it.
Oh yeah, keep that as well.
I'm just trying to think. Do I have it? No, I just have to.
What else you got in there?
Nothing. You don't need to see what I've got in
like
my
a secret
in my dressing table.
Ray said the sweet shop has the old style weight courses of sweets weighed out. I love
that.
Fantastic. Do you guys?
Sounds amazing.
Now in London, I don't know if you guys have got it in Birmingham as well, but we have these. Is it Sims, the sweet shop? And Hardee's.
You've got Ye Olde Sweet Shop, you've got Hardee's, and you've got Mr. Sims. But I don't know if Hardee's might have gone into administration. And the only reason why I say that was that I did pass a store where there used to be a Hardee's, which was in the city. I'm just trying to think.
There used to be
near
one in
Ludgate Circus.
Yeah, Ludgate Circus. That's right. There used to be one there.
And it wasn't there anymore. So I don't know if Hardee's could just be online now. Maybe.
Yeah, maybe. Which is a sad read, but I know what you mean. I love that traditional sweet shop. So it was really good actually. So to go in now, they've obviously opened this chain or several chains of these. You can go in and get your traditional sweets, which I really enjoy. And they do let you try before you buy.
Yeah, I know, but that was only in Hardee's. No other places offered us that. It was only Hardee's.
Oh no, that's true. Hardee's offered. We were chatting to one of the ladies servers, and one guy came in. She said, "Can I have one of those? Oh, can I try those? 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 Can I try those?" And she said after about 8 ones, she turned to him and said, "Nah, don't push your luck," because he was trying every sweet. Oh, Charlie said, "I love your live streams." Oh, thank you, Charlie.
You.
So, do you consider doing a live stream?
Yes.
We would like to. If you do, let us know because we will watch it.
Yeah, definitely, 100%.
But yeah. But she was saying that as well. So they do. Hardee's or did. I don't know if they still do, but they always used to let you try. And that's what got me into the peanut brittle. Love the peanut brittle.
Mark does love the peanut brittle.
That was amazing. And it literally is just obviously like a toffee with nut set in it. Obviously, they just break it off.
Yeah, and they used to have one called Golden Crumble, which they don't do anymore because I've not seen it anywhere.
Oh yeah, with the coconut and also sesame seeds.
It had something in it, and I can't remember, but it was really delicious. And I was just like, every time, have you got the Golden Crumble? Nope. Have you got the Golden Crumble? Nope. Have you got the Golden Crumble? Nope.
Give me the Golden Crumble.
Yeah, we only managed to get it twice.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah. And they just seem to have stopped doing it.
Yeah.
But they did one with sesame, which was amazing. Very tasty, like Mr. Tom. Ray said, "I love try before you buy." Yeah, that's the best thing. Yeah, I'm not sure about that one. Oh, I'm not sure about this. Can I try that again? But yeah, it's very good like that. They are very good. Do you want to try? Do you want to try? And I always feel guilty because I think once you've tried 2 or 3, I've got to buy something. So I think, yeah, I'll have those.
I think it's a bit like sometimes when you go to an ice cream place and you can't make a decision, and some ice cream places will let you try flavors. Yeah,
they give you that little plastic spoon where you just, I'm not sure. Can I try that one?
The one that looks like a spade.
Yeah, that's right. The tiny little spade, and you just dig it in and they give you some. But actual fact, that's one thing I've noticed become very popular now. So when we went to Brighton, actual fact, in the town nearest us as well, they've got 2 ice cream parlours. But when we went to Brighton, I was really surprised how many ice cream parlours there were. And we went, obviously, they're gearing up for the summer. But Kelly and I went in November, of course, which was winter. But they were really popular. These ice cream parlours were still open at 11:30. When I went there to get, it was, well, actually, it was slightly earlier than that. I think it was about 10:30 at night. I said, "Oh, I fancy ice cream." And Kelly saying, "Oh no, they won't be anywhere open." And I googled it, and there were at least 2 or 3 ice cream parlors that were open at that time. So went downstairs, went to the ice cream parlor, bought us back some ice cream. Very nice. And when I went there at 10:30, it was approaching 11 o'clock. It was full,
I think,
absolutely full.
do you know what? I think
In November,
a lot of you have a lot of young people now that want to go out, and not everybody wants to go clubbing or gets into going to a club and stuff like that. And I do think that, I'm not saying like late at night and stuff like that, but I do think there should be a place where young adults can go to. I mean, I remember in my 20s going to Italy, and all the coffee shops were open till really late. Like, you wouldn't get that here.
no.
You know, the latest that Starbucks used to be open in London was 9 o'clock. It's not even open till 9 anymore, I don't think. I think they shut
No.
earlier now.
Well, always here that's where the gap in the market was, because it was always, if you wanted a coffee place, there's the pub, which doesn't really do coffee, or a greasy spoon.
Yeah.
There was nothing in between. So that's why obviously just Starbucks and Costa just absolutely coined the market, because there was nothing in between the two.
Yeah, and I think that
Yeah, Karen said the costing would be so high.
Yeah, but do you know what? I really feel that they would get the footfall. I think that a lot of people would, because especially now during the pandemic, where, you know, a lot of the you couldn't go out and all of this, and now a lot of people work from home. I think there is time for that now, to be able to say to the kids, "Oh, do you know what? Let's go for ice cream. Do you know what? Let's go for coffee and cake." Or obviously not for, or let's go for hot chocolate and cake or something like that. And I definitely do think that if a lot of coffee places decide to open till late, I think you would find that a lot of parents would, for something to do, or just a change, or just to get out the house, you know, especially if a parent has been stuck in the house all day, then you have the kids come home, and, you know, obviously the kids have been out to school and stuff like that, but you've only pretty much gone to pick them up and you've been stuck in the house all day. I think that is one thing that would encourage people. I mean, during the day, when I've been to coffee shops, you do see a lot of mums with the babies, because the babies haven't started school yet. So you get a lot of, you know, mothers going out with babies and stuff like that. And I think as well, the local park near us has been a godsend for people during the. I think a lot of parks, not just ours, but a lot of parks have been a godsend for a lot of people. And I do think that there is a place for, you know, coffee shops and little, you know, eateries and stuff like that to be in parks now. For parents to take the kids and stuff like that. I mean, in our local park, they have like a little courtyard, and the courtyard does pizza, and it does ice creams and all of that type of stuff. And I really think I really think there's a market for that.
Yeah, and like I said, the ice cream parlors near here are always busy, I've got to say. So it's well, obviously, especially in the summer as well. I mean, that's the go-to thing. I've got to be honest, if I live near an ice cream parlor, it would be a bad idea, because I would be there all the time, and I would be there a lot. Either to just stay in there, or probably just go there, get ice cream, and bring it back.
There's a couple of places now, though, that are like a couple of dessert places that are open till late.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, there are a couple of dessert places now.
And I'm going to say, if there was a hotel chocolat nearby, that would be equally dangerous.
I think, do you know what it is? I think a lot of these places, especially if you live just outside of London, because when you go to London, the only things that are open till late really are your wine bars, your pubs, and things like that. But I think that a lot of places really miss a trick not opening up later in. There's a Leon on the Strand, and they actually take advantage of that. They actually close in the day, and then they open up more in the evening.
Okay.
And so they do really take advantage, and it must be doing well, because it's been there for a good few years. It was there before we got to get together.
Yeah,
really.
yeah.
I remember eating in there. We went for a date in there one time.
Oh yeah, that's many years ago.
Many years ago. Yeah, the one on the Strand has been going for quite a long time. Even that Pizza Hut on the Strand has been going for years. Yeah, that was one of our first places that we went to together.
Yeah. So Karen said, I love the traditional sweets like pear drops, cola cubes. Oh, and toffee that they break with the toffee hammer. Yeah, that
Oh
was that
God.
peanut thing was very similar. They would break it with the toffee hammer. Yeah, I know exactly what you mean. That is delicious. Ray said, as it's been half term here, our Starbucks is full all the time. Can't wait till next week I can go and have a quite hot chocolate. Do you know what? There was funny that in one of the newspapers, I think it was the Guardian, I was reading. Was it? I can't remember. And then one person was complaining that during half term or during the week, they said that some people just use Starbucks as a crash. Oh yeah, and those what Ray said. Yeah, me too. Count the hammer, loved it. You can actually buy that. I don't know if you've seen that in packages. So you buy the toffee and
Yeah.
it comes with a hammer. So a tiny little hammer, and you use that obviously to break it yourself and then have
Yeah.
the chocolate.
That's quite popular in a few places, but do you know the one that I like? It's sort of not quite the same, but you get those dome desserts. So you
What's
get
the dome dessert?
so you get a chocolate dome dessert, and they normally pour like a caramel.
Oh, and it all
or
melts, and reveals
and
underneath.
it
what it's like.
reveals something underneath. I like those ones. Those are, but you can actually get them just in a ball with things in them, and you smash them with a hammer.
So, do you guys have a hidden gem that you go to? And by hidden gem, is there like an ice cream parlor that you like to go to near you, or a coffee shop like Starbucks, or non-chain, or is there anywhere you like to go that is just your place that you like to? Well,
Somewhere
almost like
quiet,
almost like
or
your little sanctuary that you like to go to.
there's a little brunch place which my friend took me to, Rach, and I've taken Mark, and then we took my we took our nephew, and when we went, and it's just a sweet little quiet place in the day, because I imagine in the evening it's heaving, but in the day it's a quiet place and hardly anyone there. You probably get about 2 or 3 people in there. It's never busy, and it was just nice to take him and just sort of show him, like, if he was to study or something like that, because they do this study thing there where you can have unlimited tea or coffee, and just sit there and do your studying and stuff. It's a brilliant little place.
So Ray said, yeah, free Wi-Fi, Mark, and it's a meeting place. Yeah, no, exactly. I know what you're saying. With Starbucks, funny enough, our one is always busy. So we've got one in our nearest town, but again, it's always busy, and they haven't got much seating area.
Yeah.
So it gets filled up very, very quickly. And whenever we go in there, there's never ever a seat with our place, which is a bit of a shame.
There used to be 3, but there's 2 there now. But there used to be 3.
And what Ray said is so true. 1 or 2 drinks, but there's 6 of them sitting at the table. So yeah, 1 or 2 of them is having a drink. The rest of them are just there, just some place just to meet and relax. That was always the thing. I think it was on Family Guy. They always got Stewie, the character, always got annoyed that there's somebody at Starbucks with a laptop, has 1 coffee, but sits there for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. Ray said, we've got a great dessert shop. I have a Bubble Minions milkshake. Okay.
Oh wow. What flavors are those? Bubbles Minions.
Bubble Minions. Is it like the Minions of sweets?
Is it going to be like a banana, or is it going to be like lemon or something like that? But I know they like bananas.
Well, do you know, funny, I don't. Is that the Minions, as in Despicable Me, or is it Minions? There's a sweet.
That's Millions.
Oh, is that Millions? I thought it's called Minions.
No.
Yeah, because again, near our hometown, we've got a Bubble City or bubblegum flavour, says Ray.
Oh, okay.
We've got a city, which is the bubble tea, but again, there's nowhere to sit. It literally is just a stall.
Yeah.
In the in what do you call it, the shopping mall. You go, you get it, but then they expect you just this go off and then leave. So there's nowhere really to sit down.
There is a queue that, like, I've seen it when it's been at like a massive queue, but there is a queue there. And there is also a Lola's Cupcakes. Now,
yeah, that's right.
Do you know what? I'll tell you a little story about Lola's. Lola's, as far as somebody at work, so this was about early 2000, something like that. And I remember at this place where I used to work, something was happening, and this couple were going to go on go traveling, and she sent her boyfriend cupcakes. Can't wait to go traveling with you, or whatever. And the cupcakes look so lush, and I just thought, where is this place, Lola's Cupcakes? I must go there. And the only place at the time was Harrods. because they only had.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh, Lola's is everywhere now, but
and Lola's Cupcakes at the time were only in Harrods. And then shortly after that, not too long after that, they opened one in Topshop in Oxford Street. So there was a Topshop in Oxford Street, and Lola's Cupcakes had sort of like a stall or whatever you call it there. And then they started opening up in stations, and then they started opening up in shopping centres, and they've actually got their own little place in Covent Garden. So where they've got AMT Coffee, so if anybody knows AMT Coffee, it's not Villiers Street, it's the street that used to there used to be a Marks and Spencer's there. It's where that tea shop is.
I always think of Lola's as just being a little stall. So they always seem to have little stores. Again, in our hometown, there's one in the shopping mall that has a little store. And there's quite a few in central London that have little stores.
Well, there's one that has a store that is similar to Donut Time. So they have that type of a store.
That's right. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Which it's in Covent Garden, but I don't know the name of the street. And it's the street where if you came up the side, it would be Marks and Spencer's up the side of it. But I don't know what that's.
So I don't know if you guys have Lola's where you are. I mean, I don't know if they are outside London. I've never seen them outside London, but they may be.
And the other popular shop used to be Hummingbirds. But I think they might have gone into administration, because there used to be a Hummingbirds in Soho that was right next door to Minalima, and I pointed it out to you, and I said, Hummingbirds. And they've actually, the store is no longer open, so I wonder if Hummingbirds have gone into administration.
So Charlie asked, which videos do you prefer? What, to make or to actually watch? So to make, that's a good one actually. I think for me, I love doing the holidays and the food reviews. Food reviews, especially in a restaurant, that's one of my favorites. To make. To watch, I've got to watch. I watch a lot of YouTube, so quite a wide range. I watch everything from documentaries to recipes to fantastic thing YouTube. We've got so many things I can DIY, especially. I just do that. I go, somebody somewhere's done a video on it.
Yeah, I think for me to make would be holiday videos. We absolutely love showing different things, especially if it's nothing that you would have thought of before, or you've been to the place and you never saw that before. And if we can impart something or show something, I really like that. And again, like you, I like to make the food videos. So if we've gone to a specific restaurant and all of that, and I really like it when we find like a gem. Like the one that I really liked was Toothsome Chocolate Emporium. That was that
Florida.
Because it opened that year and we went that year, and it was just like, oh my God, I can't wait to try these. I can't wait to try that. The only shame was we weren't there when it actually opened, but we did go in the same year.
Right, now, funny enough, I was going to put that back to you guys. What's your favourite videos to watch? Now, Ray's anticipated that and said, I love holidays videos first, second food reviews, very similar to ours. Charlie then asked, what videos do you like out of my YouTube channel? Well, that's what I was saying. So I really like your Man City one, because I've never seen the Etihad Stadium before. And I did like your, obviously your room one as well. You've done some other ones that are good actually around Scunthorpe. So, because your videos are quite quick.
Yeah.
So I can go through quite a few of yours in one go, just in one sitting and watch them as well. But I did really like your Toby Carberry one. I love the montage, because you did the different views. You've also done some good gaming ones as well. You did one for Minecraft, which was good, which you did not so long ago.
I like it when you walk around and I can see the areas that you're walking around. I quite like the type of videos that I like anything Disney. So like I like to I watch a few people. That's actually what got me through, because I was very sick, as I said before. And so to watch certain YouTubers going around in the States and being very interested how quiet it was, how quiet the world became. Like I watched some people in Vegas and they were shooting around Vegas, and it, like, if you've ever been to Vegas, it's buzzing. There's always something happening. You go on the street, it's 24 hours, you go to, and it was just quiet, like nobody was in hotels.
We were saying that actually. One of the things Kelly and I wish we had done, although probably we weren't allowed to do, was especially during the first lockdown, was actually go into central London just to show you guys how quiet it was. But obviously we weren't traveling anywhere because although it was lockdown, you were allowed to travel, but they said only for essential, which obviously that wouldn't have been essential.
Yeah.
But
And I was still recovering at the time. But that is one of the things that coming towards the end of my recovery, or sort of like when I started to feel a lot better, it is what I remember my cousin going up there. He went up there to meet a friend, and it was dead. There was nothing open. There was nothing there. There was nobody on the street. And so that would have been very interesting to go and see and experience the Aryan, because London is one of those fantastic, vibrant cities. Yeah, there's so many people who come to visit London, who love London. We love London, so to see it as quiet would have been quite eerie and would have been quite sad.
Yeah, I was going to say actually almost apocalyptic, like it. If anyone's ever seen 28 Days Later, when you go through the city when it's all quiet, that's what it would have been like. So there's a couple of questions to you actually by Charlie. So first one, Charlie said, what's your favorite Disney film, Kelly?
Oh, I'll have to give a little think to that
and
one.
And his second question is, do you prefer cinemas or Disney films? So by cinemas, I'm assuming you mean regular films.
I absolutely love the cinema. And the reason why I love the cinema, I especially love the cinema abroad. If I can go and sit in the cinema and there's few people, like not too many, or empty and it's just me, I absolutely love it. I really like it. And where we go to in Florida, the cinema that we go to, there's hardly ever anyone there.
I've got to say, actually, I love going there. The experience in the US is amazing. Now, when I say the US, we've only been to the cinema in Florida and Vegas, but they were both very, very similar experiences. So you have, believe it or not, a leather, well, I say leather, it's probably pleather, but a leather type chair that you sit in, which reclines. Yeah. You heard it. It reclines. You can even, and I tested it, you can pretty much go flat. The space is so much larger there. You're not crammed in. I think of the UK cinema seats, you're all very much all crammed in together.
It's like a theatre.
Yeah, and the person behind you is very close to you. The person in front of you is very close. If you're tall like me, I've got very little leg room between the two.
Yeah.
And obviously when you sit down, the seats all flip back up. But in this state, not only can you lie back on this recliner chair, you've also got a tray that comes across like that, so you can actually put food and stuff on.
Yeah.
So the experience is very different. Also, as well, and this is a generalization, really depends on where you are, but I find the behavior a lot better in the United States. And what I mean by that is, invariably, I don't know if it's just me, but whenever I go to a packed cinema, there's always in the UK somebody talking, chatting, whispering, and it's just, I want to grab something and just throw it, because I just think to yourself, you might want to talk, but I don't want to hear you talk. I want to listen. But I've never experienced that in the States. As soon as the adverts come on, the lights go down, it's quiet, and everybody is quiet. But I've noticed in London, not always, central London's different because it's so expensive, and they do police it very well. They won't allow people to talk.
There has been a couple of times though that I have been to the States, and there has been chatting and things like that. So I do think that it can happen. I think you just have to go at a certain time. Do you know what I mean? So that you don't get like a load of people chatting and things like that. But I mean, when I went to Toronto as well, it was very very much the same, and a lot of the cinemas would have a KFC or a Taco Bell in there, which you wouldn't get here, and they don't really encourage you to bring food in and stuff like that. I mean, bar a hot dog, other than that. But in the places there, you can go and get pizza, and don't get me wrong, it's not the best pizza or anything like that, and it's not the best hot dogs or anything like that, but the fact that you can just get a pizza or chicken dippers or whatever it is that is there, I think is quite good. The only thing that lets it down over there is that you don't get sweet popcorn.
talking of America, Ben and Siobhan have joined us. Hello.
Hey, they must have seen a ton of films. You guys must have seen a ton of films out in the States.
Yeah, how is it? Do you prefer the? Sorry to put you on the spot. 'Cause you've just joined us, but do you prefer the cinema experience in the United States or do you prefer it in the UK? Charlie's asked a couple of questions. He said my most popular video is the Big Ben clock as my most popular video on the YouTube channel. Yeah, no, we have seen that one as well. That was really good.
Yeah.
And is really and there's a really good structure in London. That's true.
Mm.
Ray said, "Oh, I hate that people that they're talking. That really irritates." And do you know what? It's something I have not been to the cinema for a while, just purely because of the pandemic. But I noticed pre-pandemic it got a lot worse as time went on. I mean, when I used to go to the cinema a lot, people would talk now and again. You'd hear it intermittently, but I've noticed that now people talk a lot more in the cinema. Charlie said, "Do you know how many subscribers I've got? My best video, 9 subscribers, is it Mihai total? Oh, Mahai total. Sorry, yeah, I got it. That's your highest total. Do you know how many videos are done over 4 months? About the total 258 videos. Wow. That's incredibly impressive. Yeah. So Ben and Siobhan said, "No, only seen 1 or 2. The cinemas are deluxe, but pretty expensive."
Oh wow. Oh maybe because in the city.
That might be why. Yeah, where you are. I was going to say because when we went to Florida, it was actually quite reasonable.
Yeah,
wasn't it?
yeah. It's always been where we've stayed. It's always been reasonable to go, especially in such a touristic place. So like there's a cinema on International Drive, but even when because I've actually been to the one at Universal City Walk, and I've been to the one at Disney Springs, but many years ago, and it was reasonable then. Not as reasonable as the one on International Drive, of course, but still pretty reasonable for such a touristic place. And considering in London to probably get a ticket these days like £20.
Central London be more than that. Yeah, it's very expensive.
It's not more than 20.
Are you sure?
I think it's about 20.
Are you sure? Because I'm pretty remember they were selling them at 25 at one point.
Oh really?
Well, depending on when you go, of course.
Yeah.
But yeah, you can pay up to £25 per ticket. That's in Leicester Square, so that's obviously
in the centre.
The most expensive one, but it's very Ben and Siobhan said Siobhan really misses sweet popcorn too.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I know you just don't do it. Now outside, because Ben and Siobhan have sent me loads of delicious popcorns and different flavours. But you're right, you don't seem to get those delicious flavours in the cinema. But what I do like about the United States is they do pizza in the cinema, as you were saying.
Yeah.
And that was really nice as well. Ben and Siobhan said DC is expensive. Washington DC is expensive for everything. That I can imagine.
Yeah.
Obviously being the capital.
Even because I went to Toronto, and obviously being in the city, because my friend lived in the centre at the time. She lived near Yonge and Dundas, and it was very expensive to live in the city. Do you know what? I imagine it just as being expensive to live in the centre of London. So say where my friend lived was like a version of Leicester Square. So she lived like right proper in the centre. Opposite her was Hilton Hotel. So you can see, it was quite a prestigious place where she lived, but it was a tiny. But the simple fact that you can rent a place, tiny as it was, in the centre, and she lived there for a few years.
Oh, wow.
For about 3 years, she lived there, 3-4 years. So to be able to, and she worked in the centre as well. So to be able to still rent a place in London, and she was on, it was her and her daughter. It wasn't like, oh yeah, there was 2 of them working, and no, it was just her daughter went to uni. So to be able to be able to live in a 1-bedroom flat, in Leicester Square, let's say, and still be able to work in London was crazy. It just showed you could still afford to live in the centre while working. But even if you worked in the centre of London, unless you were on some high-paying job, you couldn't rent a flat in London on your own.
No, unless you, like you said, you're a rich city trader or a banker or something, earning your bucks there. But yeah, it's very expensive to live in central London.
Yeah,
unless you're one of the very, very lucky ones that manage to get a council flat in central London. But they are very rare. But yeah, I was going to say, but there aren't many cities you can send in the central. What's your favourite Disney character, Kelly? Says Charlie. Oh, that's a good question. Actually, you got Kelly stumped there.
Do you know what? Because I'm still stumped on the last question that you asked me, which was, what is my favorite Disney film? Now, years ago, I would have said Mary Poppins.
Okay.
Right, years and years and years ago, I would have said Mary Poppins. However, it's not my favorite anymore. I think because I watched it so many times, so it then doesn't become my favorite anymore. And so now I'm trying to think of, when I go to Disney, what it is that I like to see. I mean, I like Alice in Wonderland, but it wasn't a Disney film, was it? Alice in
No,
Wonderland.
it wasn't. So it was. No, it was Alice in Wonderland. Alice in Wonderland was a Disney cartoon. Yeah, it was. It was a Disney cartoon.
I didn't think it was. I thought they inherited it, like they
No.
bought it.
They definitely did a Disney cartoon on it, but they also did one. But that was a long time ago. But they also Tim Burton did one, but that wasn't. I don't think that was Disney. But they have definitely done a Alice in Wonderland Disney cartoon.
If they have, which I don't think they did, I think it was made by someone else, and Disney bought it, like very much like Star Wars.
Luckily, I've got the old tablet.
Oh, he's got his old tablet. But if that's the case, then it would be Alice in Wonderland. I know they do a lot of the Alice in Wonderland sort of stuff, and I really do like, the little Mad Hatter's hat and all of this. I am one for musicals, so like I said years ago, I would have said Alice. I would have said Mary Poppins, but since then, because I watched it so many times, not Mary Poppins anymore. So now when I watch films, I try not to rinse them out. I try not to watch them so much.
I was right. Disney Alice in Wonderland was in, and you got the.
No, that's why I said Alice in Wonderland. But what I'm saying is
1951.
I thought they bought it. I didn't think that Walt Disney made it.
No, they did. Well, obviously it was written by Lewis Carroll, but it was their adaptation. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Alice in Wonderland, 1951.
Ah, there you go. So it'd be Alice in Wonderland.
So, yes, I was gonna again. Ray beats us to the punch. I was gonna ask you guys, what is your favorite Disney character, or Disney film? So Ray said hers is Beauty and the Beast.
I love Beauty and the Beast.
Now, did you prefer the cartoon version, or did you prefer the film version, which is identical, but they actually had actors in it with what was her name? The lady that was played Hermione in Harry Potter.
Emma Watson.
Emma Watson, who played Belle.
I do like Frozen, but it's not my favorite. But I like the music of Frozen.
Let It Go. I haven't seen Frozen.
Let It Go, but I also
Frozen 2 has come out, and I haven't seen that either.
Do you want to build a snowman? That's my favorite.
Oh my god, I remember actually. So taking us back when Frozen first came out, Kelly and I went to New York. And at that time, there were several people at my workplace who had young children, with daughters. And they said, please, can you get the Frozen dress for my daughter? It is sold out. And it was sold out worldwide.
Yeah.
Now, I did go to Disneyland Disney shop in New York.
Yeah.
And asked, and he said, no, we are completely out of stock.
Yeah.
There are people coming here every day and say, have you got it? Have you got it? Have you got it? Have you got it? But completely sold out. Ray said both Mark and I loved them both. Karen said my father used to be a mobile fruitier and greengrocer, and he had his round in Wimbledon, Kingston, and Sunbury, real old traditional mobile shops. The supermarket killed all the small trades. Oh, yeah, I know. Yeah, I think that has done.
I was thinking of milkman. Do you know what? Over the last few years, I've been thinking, wouldn't it be great to have a milkman? Because when I was growing up, that's what we had. And sometimes you'd see the milkman in his little car, and before school, I'd buy milkshake, or I would buy orange juice, and you could buy it straight from your milkman. And I just thought, it's such a shame. And I've been meaning to look into it for ages. I would like to have a milkman that came round, that you could buy things like milk, bread, do you know what I mean, and things like that.
I did get approached, actually. There was a knock on the door, funny enough, about 3-4 months ago. Well, actually, last year. Do you remember? And there was a company, they said, we do fresh milk delivery. And
Ah.
they said, would you be interested? And they said, well, we'll do it to your daughter. And I said, well, it's a good idea, but do you do anything else? And they said, no, just milk. And I said, well,
Oh yeah, yeah, I
just as a
remember. Yeah,
business idea, perhaps you'd expand, because I would look at other things.
Yeah.
So if I didn't necessarily want milk, I might want to do different types of milk, or I might want to just say get cream or stuff like that. But they were only doing milk.
Yeah.
I said, if you did eggs as well, I would just do a whole package and get the lot.
But also, it would be nice if they did good old milk bottles again, rather than in the plastic.
So Charlie said, which videos do you like on my YouTube? Pick the best 3 videos. So my favorite are Etihad Stadium, Man City. Number 2, that's number 1. Number 2, your video gaming setup. But number 1, Toby Carvery.
Toby Carvery, yeah.
That's our favorite one of yours.
Yeah, I would say, yeah.
But yeah, so his favorite is Charlie's is Toy Story. Good choice. Pixel,
yes.
Pixel Studio.
I do like Toy Story, and if they do a really, so when you go to it's Hollywood Studios, they actually do have a toy land, and they do have a giant Woody, and I forget the girlfriend's name and all of that, but it's really good. If you ever get the chance, it's definitely a place that you should visit. And they got the Slinky Dog there, and yeah, I've got to say, if anybody has a chance, and the moment that things calm down, and the world isn't heading into a crisis as it is at the moment, or certain countries are heading into a crisis, I would just love to travel again and go back to Disney and have such a good time. I feel like we haven't been to Florida in so long, and I cannot impress upon you enough. It's for adults and it's for kids, right? So you go to Disney, you go to Universal Studios, but the way that they've done it, we haven't been to Tatooine. We're looking really forward to going to Tatooine, which is in Hollywood Studios, and I absolutely love the way the details of so basically my favorite park is Epcot. I think yours is Universal, or is either Islands of Adventure or Studios. I can't remember which, but you prefer the Universal side.
I do like the Universal side, yeah, I've got to say that's my favorite.
But what I like about all of the parks is the amount of detail that they put in. So when you go to visit Epcot, and they got the pavilions, which I've spoken about before. So you've got a mini France, you've got a mini UK, but going around to those countries and the details that they've put in is so amazing to me. And the shops that they've put in, and you can buy the products that come from those countries in those pavilions, is amazing to me.
And that's one of these things I was going to say, because you got nothing like it on the scale here in the UK. Now, there is a proposal. I've spoken about this on the live before, but they are proposing to build a Paramount studio in Kent. So I forget which area it is in Kent, but it is on the Thames estuary. But again, it's only proposed. Now, it's derelict land, but it's quite a lot of land there. And what they're looking to do there is construct it in Kent. Now, whether or not this goes through, I'm not sure. But that is the proposition, that's where they will build it, and it will be a Paramount Studios. But because it's obviously UK, now in Florida, you're not guaranteed nice weather all year round, but you pretty much get nice weather all year round. It's only sort of really cold November through to February, but they're not even January. After that, it's quite warm. UK, as you know, that can be quite cold all year round. So I think a lot of it will be built underground, built in buildings, if it goes ahead. So again, this project's been put on hold, it's been delayed, but it is proposing to go through.
But also, I think that if they do go through with it, could they potentially buy more land? Should it be popular and they can invest? So basically, in Florida, I think Disney and Universal keep looking for land to buy in order to expand the parks.
Yeah, because we're Florida. I mean, you think Florida's the size of the UK, so it's a ginormous landmass. But UK is UK, and also a
Yeah.
lot of the area is. But this area had been earmarked because it's just derelict.
Yeah.
I think it's a former rubbish tip, so it basically is just derelict land. So Charlie asked, "Did you see what's happening in the news?" Yeah, I know it's quite terrible with the Ukraine. And he also asked, "Do you like watching the chase on ITV?"
Oh, I was watching the chase before I came on, and do you know what? I absolutely love the chase. Now, my favourite chasers, I like Dara and I like the Cinnamon.
Karen likes the chase.
Yeah, I mean, but what's heartbreaking is when they don't win the money. Like they work really hard, and I really like it when they, win the money. But there was one time, I think it was a few days ago, where there was a woman on there and she was nervous. I think it ended up being three of them. So normally there's four contestants and it ended up being three contestants. One didn't answer as many questions. The chaser caught him basically when it was him and the chaser. So she took the minus offer. It was minus 11,000. She was up against the Vixen. Minus 11,000 pounds. Was it the Vixen? Yeah, I'm sure it was, because it's only the Vixen that would do some craziness of minus 11,000 pounds. And I get where the Vixen's coming from, because so basically,
what does that mean? Minus 11? Does that mean they take it off their grand total?
Yeah.
Oh, why would you do that?
Yeah, it was just so cruel. So basically, whenever the Vixen's on, she always does minus off the. So basically, you give a low offer, you can do the offer that you got during the question and answer session.
So I don't watch it. Sorry, I was going to say I don't normally watch, but normally the lower offer I thought was just something like £1,000. I didn't realize they minus it.
No, they minus it. Yeah. So I did. So basically, so what happened was, this guy, he went on and the Vixen offered 23,000. I think his was like, might have been, it was a high, maybe like 8,000, and then she offered him a low offer. So you get a low, the one that you worked for, and then she offers you a high. He chose the high and he got it, right? So it's like 23,000 or whatever. So he brought that back to the table. Then the other girl, she only went for what she worked for. So she didn't go for the high offer, she didn't go for the low offer, she just went for what she worked for. So I think it was I think it got to like 30,000 or just under 30,000. Then the other woman went on, because she was nervous. She didn't even go for what she worked for, which was like 2,000 or 3,000. I think she got 4,000.
So does this make sense to everybody? Does everybody else watch the chase? I don't normally watch it, but I always hear it in the background because Kelly's always watching it.
It's so good. So because you know what? Because it's exciting. It's exciting towards the end. I love lingo. I like lingo. I don't mind the tipping point. Tipping point's okay because it's 3 game shows in succession. So you have lingo. So at 3 o'clock, I'm busy till 6. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm thinking, right, 3. But anyway,
not bad life, is it?
So yeah. So she went up against the Vixen, and when the second contestant went, after the first contestant won 23,000, the second contestant went up and she offered him minus 1,000, and the guy said, "I think that's an insult." Well, the Vixen took offense to this and she goes, "It's not about being an insult, it's about getting your team ready so you can actually win that money." So it turned out the second contestant got the chaser, the Vixen caught him, or her, and so they had to go. So the third person got, and then the fourth person, she got, I think, 3,000, but she got so nervous, and the Vixen said, "Right, minus 11,000." So off their almost 30,000, which he worked hard for.
So if no one's watched the chase, this will make absolutely no sense to you guys at all. But yeah,
I think it will make sense to some people because you're only part listening. You're not listening fully to what I'm saying.
If you've never seen the chase. Oh, I thought so. So Ben and Siobhan, and I was saying this to Kelly the other day. The Beast is the chaser on the Chase USA, and I heard that the Americans have bought it. Yeah. So I thought there were 2 chasers though that had gone over to the US. I didn't realise it was just the one. Is it just the one? Because I know Bradley Walsh doesn't present it in the US. It's another presenter. They chose an American presenter.
But the Beast was actually on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire.
Yeah.
He was a contestant on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, and I don't know if he won it. I think he might. I need to watch the episode because all these sorts of things pop up on my YouTube, and I think, oh, but
I was going to say we've got 3 questions from Charlie. So he said, "What's your favourite place on earth?" And this is open to everybody. What's your favourite place on earth? That's a difficult one. That's a very difficult one. What's your? Well, he said, "Switch your favourite chocolate bar, Kelly." I'm assuming he means what's your favourite chocolate bar, Kelly. So what's your favourite? Yeah, which is your? The other question was, what type of food place in the UK do you like best? So we've got, what's your favourite place on earth? What's your favourite chocolate bar? And what type of food in the UK do you like best? Oh, Ray says she loves the chase.
I love it. I think it's brilliant. It's one of the better. It's just a shame. I feel like the money should be higher. But other than that, because they work pretty hard, them people.
And Charlie just said he watched the chase today as well.
Yeah, I love the chase. My favorite place on earth, and I haven't been to too many, but I would have to say the Disney parks. Okay. They're my favorite place on earth. I grew up watching, back in the 80s, there was so much American TV on, and it made America look so glamorous and all that, and it looked like there was so much stuff to do there. Whereas in the UK at the time, for young people, there wasn't as much stuff to do. So it was just a place that I really, really wanted to go. So I would have to say that it was the Disney parks. It's my favorite place on earth. Favorite place to eat. Now, if you had asked me in my 20s, I would have said TGI Fridays. My favorite place to eat. But now that's a little bit of a toughie.
So what's your favorite chocolate bar was the second question.
My favorite chocolate bar. Do I have a favorite chocolate bar? You would know, I suppose.
I would say, well, chocolate bar I would say is your Cadbury's Creations. I would say, because that's the one that's your go-to.
It is my go-to, but it's not my favorite chocolate bar. But yes, it is a go-to bar.
It's the one you always buy, so I'm assuming it's the one you want.
No, there is another one, and I just can't think what it is. I mean, I do love a flake.
Oh, yeah, that's true. You do like your flake.
I do like a flake.
And the other one was, what type of food place in the UK do you like best?
Now, this was the one that I was stuck on, because like I said, if you had asked me in my 20s, I would have said flat out TGI Fridays.
I would have said Wags is your favourite place.
I would say it would probably be a Chinese. I don't know if it would be London Orient, but yeah, Wags, probably Wagamama's.
There you go. Oh, that's interesting. Ben Siobhan said they've altered the format slightly of the chase. In America, the Beast is in the chair and they have a panel of American brainy folk who are off screen providing commentary. Oh, that's interesting. So
right.
They're talking about what the answers are, I'm assuming, and what the question is. Charlie said, what do you like breakfast in Premier Inn? Or what do we like about the breakfast in Premier Inn? For me, it's the quantity, because it's all unlimited. I really like their vegetarian sausages. I've got to say, they were really, really good. And the hash browns are fantastic. That's one of my favorites.
No, he's talking about Premier Inn.
Yeah.
Are you talking about Travelodge?
No, the Premier Inn. That's the breakfast in the Premier Inn. From memory, it's been a long time since I had it. Ray said I love any chocolate.
I don't think I haven't been to a Premier Inn yet, but I will go to one. I am due to go to one. I just haven't booked it yet, but I am due to go to a Premier Inn, so I will let you know. But if I have to pick the best hotel breakfast, there is a place called the Apex in Bath, and I have to say that probably, because their bubble and squeak, I've not tasted a better bubble and squeak.
That was fantastic
than at that place.
So it was really, really good. Really enjoyed that.
That was really good. And that I liked the breakfast at the Hilton in Brussels. So we went to the Hilton in Brussels. That was a really good breakfast.
That's a real must as well. If anybody does go to Brussels, we really recommend actually doing the Hilton stay, or the Warwick.
Warwick is a bit. So you have the Radisson Blue, which is a really nice hotel.
Naha,
Hi, Neha.
how are you? You okay?
The Warwick is a really nice hotel. I like it when you go into the lobby. It's really nice. They've got a rooftop, but I think you can only access it if you stay in certain rooms. So if you've got but the rooms at the Warwick are really nice. The breakfast at the Warwick is nice. There is a restaurant at the Warwick which is really nice. So yeah, I would say the Warwick. I love the Radisson. The Radisson Blue that's very nice as well. And the other one that I would recommend is the Hilton. But the breakfast at the Hilton is the best breakfast out of the 3 hotels. But which one would you say is the best hotel?
I do like the Radisson Blue, I've got to say. Probably the Hilton I would go for. That's my favourite.
Over rooms? Really?
That would be my favourite.
See, for me, room-wise would be the Warwick. I feel like the room at the Warwick is really nice.
Oh, you mean overall? Overall, I would say that. But yeah, the room at the Warwick is really, really nice.
See, because all 3 hotels have really good elements. So I feel like if you're talking about so what I really like about the Hilton, the breakfast was really good. The rooms were nice and everything else, but it wasn't as nice as the Warwick room. But the Radisson, when we went to the Radisson, that was really, they used to do like loads of freebies. And I think the minibar was free at the Radisson, wasn't it? The Radisson Blue?
Yes, it was. Yeah. Well, at the time, then they stopped it. We went again and they stopped the bar.
No, that they stopped the ones in the corridor, but not your actual bar.
No, that's true. But the ones in the corridor, they stopped.
Yeah.
Charlie asked, how many years have we been doing YouTube for? I would say
since 2017.
Yeah.
That's how long.
We did do a few before in 2015, but only a few videos. Then we stopped it for a year or so because we didn't carry on.
No. Our first video was
Mauritius, 2016.
Yeah, but I uploaded that after.
Oh, in 2017, you're right.
Yeah, I uploaded that after.
Oh, what's your favourite seaside in the UK?
Do you know what we've had this discussion before, and I've not been to too many, but the most memorable one would be Brighton. But I have been to Weymouth and I have been to Margate.
I've been to Bournemouth and I've been to, well, my favourite's probably Paignton because it's childhood memories. That was my favourite. But Paignton's in Devon.
Yeah.
But that's my favourite. Torquay's lovely as well. But you've never been.
I've never been. I'd love to go to Torquay.
Yeah, we'll have to look to do that as well. Well, guys, what UK for cruise ships or boats? We've not done a cruise actually.
I want to.
No, the ferries are closest I've come to it.
I've done a ferry. Yeah, I mean, I actually got a catamaran over to Isle of Wight, and I've done a ferry over to France, as many people have done. I assume because you went with the school normally. And I've also been on the one where it's the car on the Eurostar and a car on the boat. So I've done both.
Charlie also asked, would you go for hotel or cruise ships? What is your favourite would you go for? So hotels or cruise ships? Go on.
We've not done a cruise before. So I can't answer the one with the cruise. So at the moment, hotel.
Yeah, I would say hotel because what puts me off cruise is I don't travel well. So I do get seasick. So that always puts me off a cruise. Now, people have told me you don't really feel it, but other people said in a rough, choppy seas you can. But it's not something that appeals to me. That being said, everyone that's been on one has said they really enjoyed it.
Yeah, I've not met someone yet that hasn't liked a cruise.
No, that's true. Have you been on the cruise?
Yeah, have you? Has anyone been on a cruise?
I know, and would you recommend it? That's always the thing that's always put me off with cruise. It's like I said, I think I've said this before, that the journey is not my favourite part of the holiday. It's getting to the destination. So a holiday that is a journey, if you like, for me doesn't really appeal. But I'm saying that obviously without any knowledge of doing it.
Yeah, I think I would definitely like to try one. And but sometimes like going to Florida or something will overtake it and I go, I must go to Florida, or I must go to Vegas.
We'll just do the 8-hour plane ride rather than taking a whole day.
Yeah.
Go to Skegness, says Charlie.
I've been to Skegness.
and it's got a pier and everything. You can do bowling, and they have good food there.
Yeah,
I haven't though, so it'd be good for us to do actually a video.
Yeah, I've been to Butlins in Skegness. I've been to Butlins in Bognor Regis. I've been to Haven in the Isle of Wight as well. I don't think I've done a Pontins actually. I think I've done a Haven and I've done a Butlins. I'm not sure if I've done a Pontins. I'll have to have a little think about that. But yeah.
Well, guys, we've been going for 2 hours, believe it or not.
2 hours.
And that has flown by. And that's a big thank you to you. Thank you so much for everybody that's joined us today on our live. I had amazing fun. It's been brilliant, and really enjoyed us being able to show you all our little purchases. I hope those recommendations are useful, particularly the hotel chocolate. And we hope you do get a chance to go and buy. That's it from another Mark and Kelly's Trips, Tips and Things for this week. We will be back next week, Tuesday, 6 p.m. UK time, as we normally do. Until then, have a fantastic weekend. Stay safe, look after yourselves, and remember, you are never too old to have fun. We hope you have a great weekend. As always, please be safe, and we will look forward to seeing you in our next live. Enjoy the weekend, take care, and we will see you soon. Bye for now.
Bye for now.